This is the story of the curious little mouse. There once was a little mouse that lived in a little hole in the wall. He was a happy little mouse, but very curious, so one day he decided to go out and see what he could see. The first thing he did was leave his little hole. This was the hole in the wall. There's the wall, and there's his little hole, right there. He decided he would leave his little hole and circle around the room just outside his house to see if it was safe, because he knew that there were cats around, and he didn't want to go too far. But he didn't see any kitty cats, so he thought it might be safe to go just a little bit farther next time. So the next time he went out, he went about halfway around where he left off last time, and he started to circle around again. He went out this way. Started to circle around again. Made a bigger circle this time. Always keeping watch for the family's cat or even their little dog Buster, who he also knew enjoyed chasing little mice just for fun. His brother had gotten caught in that little dog's teeth once when he had strayed just a little bit too far from their hole in the wall. And he had gotten in a chasing game with Buster, and boy, was their mom mad when he got home. Well, the little mouse never saw the dog or the cat, so he decided to try going outside next. So he followed the path where he had gone before, went out his little door this way. He followed the path, and he followed the path, and this time he made an even bigger circle. He went around this way, an even bigger circle. And this time he even went outside. He had looked out a window before, but he had never been outside, and he was amazed at the things that he had seen. And he saw trees and leaves and rocks, and everything was covered with beautiful white sparkling snow. He played for a while in that beautiful snow, and then he decided he probably should go home because his mother might be getting worried. So he decided that he would gather up some rocks and he'd bring them home to show his mother because they were so pretty, and he really wanted enough to give his mother and his brother and his sisters. So he decided he would try and bring home 5 of them. And he also wanted to bring home some really neat sticks that he found. And it would be all right as long as he didn't run into that pesky cat or that silly dog. So and he also put a few things into his pockets, and then he was ready to go. But the problem was that stuff was pretty heavy, and he was just a tiny little mousie. So he started to carry them inside, and then, oh no! Along came the dog. He was chasing him and nipping at his heels, and he made him drop those pretty rocks, one right after another. He dropped them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just like that. The mouse got away from that dog, but he was sad because he lost all those pretty rocks. But at least he still had those 2 sticks, plus the things in his pockets, so he kept going. He had to make it back to the safety of his mouse hole, and he crept along, tiptoe, 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 and then out of nowhere, out sprang the cat. The mouse broke into a run as fast as his little legs would carry him, and he ran and he ran and he ran, and he tried and tried to hold on to those 2 sticks, but he just couldn't do it, and eventually had to let him go, and he dropped 1 on either side of the room. 1 there, and 1 there. Soon he was within sight of the mouse hole right up there, and I can tell you that his little home never looked so good to him in his whole life. And he ran, but as he ran, the cat scratched him, and he ripped open his pockets, and all the rest of his treasured rocks and sticks fell right out, and he was so sad. And they fell like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he had a funny little stick that looked just like this. It was a triangle. And he had 2 more stones that looked like this. The little mouse just barely made it back inside before that cat was about to get him. He was lucky His mother was pretty mad at him when she found out what he had done, especially when she found out that he'd gone outside, because she knew that it was cold out there, and she told him that next time he went outside, he was going to need to wear a, what do you think? A scarf. And he was going to need to wear a hat. But the little mouse said, "Look, Mama, look outside. Look what I made when I went outside." And do you know what she saw when she looked out the window? She saw a snowman. The end.